lane 3 with Kathy Wynn and Saxey, lane 4, and North Garland in lane 5.
I really love the medley relay here because it's completely different than the 200 individual medley. So when we do the medley relay, it'll go from backstroke to breaststroke to butterfly to freestyle, rather than on the 200 individual medley, it normally starts off with butterfly. So I'm excited to see some of the relay starts here. We'll see if they utilize the fin or not.
Saxey looks like they are in the lead. They had a great preliminary time of 2:21.52. North Garland and Garland in lane 3s and 5. Hazina Masui is in the lead here in lane 5.
And she has a beautiful breaststroke there, keeping her head down, making sure it's not up too high, not dragging any of that water with her. And she's just a freshman, so I can't wait to see what she does as she continues on here.
Perfect relay there. Really starting to get some distance between first and second.
But let's see, as North Garland dives in here, it looks like she's coming for that second place position with that butterfly.
Really making up some ground on second place.
That's Phoenix Ward there. She's going to be an interesting one to watch during this swim meet today.
Phoenix Ward's been looked at by many colleges.
And I understand with that beautiful butterfly there that she just did. Under 30-second butterfly in that relay from Phoenix Ward. I'm very impressed.
Saxey finishes it right there.
26.3. That is a faster freestyle than any of the 50 girls freestyles that we have on the individual races today.
They pumped up. District Championship
yes.
On the line here. Saxey taking it there, North Garland, then Garland. All right, we're at event number 3, girls 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Olivia Aubert. Lane 2, Isabel Dyer. Lane 3 from Lakeview Centennial, Madison Galigas. Lane 4, Stephanie Florina. Lane 5, Sophia Ramirez. Lane 6, Novelle Elmore. Lane 7, Haley Sanchez. Lane 8, Nadia Robles from Lakeview Centennial.
You know, I swam the 200 free my senior year of high school. I was like, oh, I don't want to be a sprinter anymore. I don't want to do the 50 free anymore. Let me go for the 200. And what I learned immediately, the 200 free is definitely still a sprint. They are going to be working really hard here to come out nice and fast. Look at that, 28.5 on the start.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Stephanie Florina in lane 4 with the fastest prelim time at 2:10.
Yeah, the important thing here on the 200 free is you got to find how can you go fast without completely dying out, because that third 50 is going to kick your behind.
yeah, it's a long race. It's impressive that Florina is just a sophomore and being able to, have a 2:10.
Yeah.
time in the preliminaries.
2:10 as a sophomore, you know, I believe she could definitely break 2:10 at regionals, and I would love to see her break 2 minutes before she finishes her high school career in Garland.
Yeah, she's got 2 more years of this. She's barely even creating a wake. It's very smooth.
Very smooth, and you'll notice with some of those more distant swimmers, they do that every other stroke breathing. So you'll see her take a breath every single time on that right side there. Kind of gives her a good stutter kick where you can really push through each of your breaths.
Yeah, and I see in lane 5, Sofia Ramirez, she is really picking it up. She's keeping her head underwater for 2 strokes instead of 1, and she is making up a lot of ground here.
And then we got a close race here in lane 6 and 7. Lane 7's trying to come up behind, and we have lane 3 and 2 as well, all kind of neck and neck for that 3rd place position.
So Stephanie Florina comes in first. Sofia Ramirez right behind her for 2nd.
With new best times from both of them, 2:04 and 2:10.
Both, yeah, great times. They're both from Saxe, teammates. And you get lane 6 and 7. Another Saxe, so they take 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
And you know, it looks like we have new best times for almost every girl in this heat here.
They are getting ready to go, and that'll be lane 1, Miriam Toney. Lane 2, Jalen Ruiz. Lane 3, Madison Gallegos. Lane 4, Stefani Frioni. Lane 5, Chloe Hedgecock. Lane 6, Alejandro De Leon Garcia. Lane 7, Katie Wynn. 8, Olivia Aubert. Oh. We got a false start there.
Unfortunately, she might be disqualified. We'll see if they let her
that's
race.
Stephanie Florina, which had the best time coming into the prelims, a sophomore out of Saxe.
You know what? She still had a beautiful dive. I'm really impressed for her to just get out of her head immediately and get back into it. It's great. But to be honest with you, we'll see if they decide to let the time count or not. Yeah,
I don't know if she was up on there getting ready, or did she fall in trying to get up on to the diving pad?
Yes, and unfortunately I had the headphones on, so I'm not sure if it was before or after the long whistle, and that'll kind of decide if she's disqualified or not. But still doing an amazing race here. Went out in a 27:15.
It's a tight race between Stephanie Florina and Chloe Hedgecock. Stephanie is going to pull it out and touch the pad first.
And then in lane 2 and 3, we also have Jaylene Ruiz and Madison Gallegos really fighting for that position. Pretty neck and neck over there. They're almost in sync with their strokes.
It looks like lane 6 pulls out number 3 from North Garland, Alejandro De Leon Garcia. off by Hannah Solomon. In lane 4, you're going to have Saxey starting out with Peyton Ross. Lane 5 is Lakeview, Sydney Shelton. And lane 6 is Garland with Ava No.
And I was looking at the deck right there, and there was a lot of the Garland swimmers, the girls Garland relay interacting with the boys North Garland relay, and that's what I really like about swimming. It's like, although we're on our own teams and we compete on our own for relays, we're pretty much an individual sport, so we can all respect each other as swimmers, and I really love to see it.
Well, do they have a separate swim coach for each high school, or do they all come here and have the same coach?
They all come here, and they should be split in between 4 coaches. So there's the 3 head coaches. There's Coach Stacy, Coach Dan, and Coach Wiggins. And then new addition Chris Brown is coaching here. Swam in college. He was amazing, breaking a lot of records at his school. He also swam for Richardson High School, swam for the city of Richardson. And most of these kids are also core city of Richardson swim team swimmers, and he's their coach there as well.
That's a very interesting little tidbit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
These a local to the area coming here and coaching for Garland ISD.
Coach Dan is also a core coach. So, some of these kids, they come in the morning, they have Coach Dan or Coach Chris, and then they come in the afternoon and they have them again.
That's right.
And I really think that's why we get to see so much improvement in these kids doing so well.
Yeah, you get the perspective of 2 different coaches that have great accolades in themselves, and it's just been very nice to see all of the kids coming into this program. It's amazing.
Wow, that was a beautiful relay start in lane 6.
Yeah, and you can see right here at the very, right where everybody's jumping in, you have the UIL overseeing every move that these kids make, making sure there's no false starts. They're just right here on it. Looks like lane 4 has now finished. And boy, there is a tight race right here for lanes 3 and 6.
Wow, very tight race for the podium right there. 0.11 seconds, 0.21 seconds. It's really that finger, that kick,
Yeah.
that breath.
Yeah, who got 3rd versus